Hey there, folks, and welcome to the next episode of Borderlands Remaster. When we last left off, Tanis has betrayed us, and Commandant Steel has taken the vault key to where the vault key needs to be for the vault door. So yeah, we need to race to get there as quick as we can. Starting with getting back to, I believe, what is it exactly? Yeah, we gotta go to Salt Flats, I recall. Let's try to figure out where the heck is that name. Where is it, damn it? We're taking so much time. Got two Salt Flats. Yeah, because for some reason, I will say, when it comes to the ordering, when it comes to the map navigation, because it's time I should probably mention about this. Map navigation, when it comes to the first Borderlands, the names are all over the freaking place. I'll just say that in advance. So good luck figuring out which way you're supposed to go at the end of it. Because for some reason, for the remaster, they didn't fix that. They instead just kept it the same, where you just list the map areas and not following the order of the map areas should be. Like in 2's case and stuff. They could have had that, and they didn't. That's the thing goes. So they already added like some of the Borderlands 2 in terms of HUD stuff and such. So I will say some of this HUD did got reworked for Borderlands 2's case. For Borderlands 2's style, I should say. Because yeah, I will say the remaster ain't one-to-one when it comes to HUD. Considering the minimap, for example, is different, if I recall. So that's like Borderlands 2 style as well. That's my part. Just waiting for my buddy to get some stuff. Now off to the back door. Or in other words, the BunHole. Because yeah, we can't just straight up charge at them, I will say. Because they got kind of a great, I don't want to say great wall, but a border wall, I should say. For jokes and giggles. But yeah, off to that left, do not go further on that left or you will die. Or, actually, I don't know if you die. I think it's just, also yeah, I'm looking at this wrong because I thought the area was right there. I was like, oh, hang on, that's not the hole. I thought it was that hole there, but no, wait, no, that's too small. On to the left, Dippy. That thing goes. But yeah, if you go over to that straightaway there, you cannot technically go there until later, where it becomes available. But for now, you just can't do that. So that said, you gotta go through the BunHole. So to the BunHole. There's the back door. So yeah, within the back door here is a cave, so you can probably guess what really inhabits when it comes to cave bubbles, as the saying goes. Then here comes your best friend, spider ants. Yeah, we have a bunch of spider ants back here. Yep, so starting with that first. Spider ant soldier. We have some spider ant kings. Once again, time to drink. And hope you don't die. Yeah, so basically, we are onto the final steps of the game at this point. We are on to the first part of it, which is this here. And then the later. Because yeah, I will say I have two parts for this. This is the part of just getting there, and then the next part's gonna be the in-game stuff. Oh, and there's Spider Ant Worker. And there's Spider Ant Worker. But yeah, it's like similar to that of the Lost Cave, I will say. Got Spider Ant gyro and stuff, which I hope people saw my new thumbnail, because I am going to apply that thumbnail to all the other ones eventually, but I can't seem to put more than 10 because I have to like activate this whole advanced setting crap to YouTube. I don't know what that's about exactly. I need to look more into that. I hope it's not too important, but just say apparently I have a limit of doing 10 less custom thumbnails because it limits you per daily about it, which I have no idea why. That's a very weird thing. Oh yeah, it's like advanced verification or some stuff. Something like that to say, but yeah, it's just stupid. Just stupid. Got a Spider Ant soldier, and then here comes the Spider Ant burner. We got Bass. Oh my, that's what. Bass has come to play. Yeah, worker. Is that really about it? Let's see here. Yeah, because I recall, considering you can just tell this like the Lost Cave in terms of design, considering when you'll see that, that's literally like the exit to that way. Which is very similar to Lost Caves. So it makes me wonder how much was reused for that. So for like these bits like right here, this is where it gets unique. So then there's strangely a vendor machine and 2 red boxes here. That's kind of weird, I gotta say. That's before we go into the real part of the area here. We got Survivor class mod, a bunch of revolvers and such, which doesn't seem that crazy for the most part. Yeah, because I had like 264. I think it's electric too. Yeah, not that really good for the most part. Yep, and then if you haven't bought your upgrades at this point, I would suggest buying your upgrades at this point. You might as well. Yeah, I will note there is even more upgrades beyond this, like legendary and like a higher grade legendary, but you won't see that till True Vault Hunter mode, because yeah, you won't get the better upgrade storage decks till that mode specifically. Yep, onto the trap, because this is a weird trap here. Because yeah, you just see this whole trailer and the recorder here, and it's like, what the heck is this about? I don't know, it's a trap! Even though you guys just let us in. So that's her right there. And that's all she had to say. Oh, okay, I figured it was more of a speech, you know, but then again, I might be too used to the modern villains. Just straight to the point. Now here comes Master McCloud with his royal guards. Very different for the most part. And they also have Scorpio turns, so technically I think they're badass engineers for the most part. Just a bit more sturdier than normal. Yeah, Master McCloud, as you can see there, he's shooting a weird gun, I gotta say. Which is a gun manufacturer I might admit you at some point. Here, but let's see. Looks like I gotta see Reaper here because yeah, he's having a tough time with Master McCloud, which not surprised, that gun does technically do damage against us, not really much to them. At the end of the day, because yeah, that gun, I'm just gonna say, it's not a really good gun. What he's using. It's kind of weird, matter of fact, out of all the Lance unit characters, you just see this guy using a very strange gun. Not sure where he got it from at the end of the day, because none of the other Lance members end up using it. But behold, the Iridian guns. Because yeah, Iridian guns are a very special alien species-based type of guns you can come across too. I say come across loosely because they're mostly DLC except for that one there. And I think another type of Iridian gun you can come across from him too, except it's rarer, which is the gold one. Because I think he drops the big cannon, I can't remember or not. But yeah, there's a bigger version of that basically. But if you want to see more of those Iridian guns, you have to do the General Knox DLC. To see more of those variations, because yeah, they toss a bunch more variations in, and there is some really good ones, I will say. And then the special perk when it comes to the Alien Iridian guns is that they do not reload at all. So instead, you basically just shoot, and then you have to let it recharge, because yeah, it does have a limit mag, but in form of a charge system. So every time you fire it, the bar will drain, and then when it drains all the way, then you have to either switch weapons or just let it charge. One, two. So yeah, you must do a switch swap, basically, method. Which, in terms of Borderlands history, that is technically like the first case of that. You'll see that case once again in 2 because of Slag. Which overall, when we talk about that one. I mean, at least it's not bad for the 2 normal modes of 2. It's the ultimate vault mode where its main focus is all about that. And it forces you to having to, you know, do that. Yeah, we got a bunch of basic lance units and a Gatling turret on the way in this base, and you can see a big old graveyard of clap traps everywhere, except for this one. You can save this one. And of course, it's the blue one again. You was saving the blue one! Makes me wonder if it's really the same one every time. Sometimes. Certain, heck, there's a regular yellow one that's dead too. Holy crap. So if anyone says that there's never been no dead yellow one, that's a lie because there's one right there.
That is awesome.
That thing goes. Yeah, there's a shock rocket launcher. Yeah, and then you got the side base here, which you do want to go through here for the repair kit. I will say you technically will end up going in here in the later of the story progress here, because you're basically going to go all the way around. But you can go ahead and deal with this now if you want to. Which is usually what I kind of just do. Because yeah, you have this upper section here, and you can go down the steps on the far right side here. Yep, here we go. Down the steps here, deal with a bunch of lance guys, which I believe that's a badass there. Holy crap, dude. Which I'm not surprised. I will say you're going to be dealing with a bunch of badasses along the way. As this is technically in-game point. Yeah, distracted by this head, then wow, it pops like a grape, basically. Yeah, there's the repair kit, so now we can save the claptrap, because yeah, unlike most claptraps, this one ain't a pain in the butt to do. You just have to get the claptrap repair kit on the side. That thing goes. Yeah, so now back to him. And then we'll just do the rest of the story. But yeah, like I said though, we'll eventually come back into this room, but for now, I might as well go ahead and deal with it now, than later. As we say, the blue crap trap, which I will say this blue crap trap is technically special because it doesn't just give you access to a weapon box. It technically gives you a bit of a shortcut too, which is really odd to say that. Or alt way, I'll say. It's basically just let them do a thing, because the door was right there. I'm just dealing with the lance units real quick. Let them burn. Let them burn. Yeah, Pyro's definitely gonna be best friend when dealing with these guys, because yeah, I will say the elemental soldiers, they do not exist in this one at all. But yeah, the back door open. But yeah, it is basically the alt pathway.
Look at this shit.
But yeah, that's a red box there, and I think a red box down below. So yeah, this claptrap, very nice overall, very nice. Probably the nicest one you can get.
Always nice to get
So there's even weapons in the walkers.
for me. Yeah.
Can't say they're gonna be good though, but you know. At least he's giving stuff. It's a lot nicer than the other ones. Yeah. Now, is that technically the last claptrap? I think so. I could be wrong though. Go ahead, open this way though, because I think we have to go through this way if I recall. Because yeah, there's a bunch of ways to go about when it comes to the space here. Similar to Sledge's hideout. There's a red box right there too. Oh, a purple SMG, interesting. Looks pretty good. Oh, infantry. Okay, trying to shoot the Leviathan. The only bad part about the Leviathan, the blast radius ain't that high. There we go. Big guy. But yeah, I gotta know, when it comes to revolvers, don't ever get the non-elemental ones, just get the shock variant or elemental variants. Yeah, the bad part when it comes to revolvers, they never added the fast action ones, they added the really slow ones. Although I will take that back a little bit, because there is technically one, which is the Mad Jack. Sadly, the problem about the Mad Jack is its bullets are so random and such. But yeah, here's Tannis. Because yeah, this is what Atlas did to her afterwards. That freaking smarty of a dippy, to say. So yeah, we got a thing to do, which is going to turn the Echo Station back on, I believe. Oh yeah, I also get those backpack upgrades on. Which yeah, here's a glitch. Every time you put a backpack upgrade, you have to back out. Otherwise it does that. Which I don't know what this does. Yeah, a shock bolt perk or artifact. That's gonna be very important for future here, because yeah, speaking of the aliens, we're definitely gonna be done with the aliens once again. But now to go through this walkway. Now, I say walkway loosely because there's a turret just waiting for us. Now there's two ways you can go about it. You can just head on charge through it, or you can see that air duct on the far right there, and just crouch on in and just shoot the turret within the air duct. Okay, you can just charge on in, just deal with the nukes, or just go on the air duct. Which I'll just say this, you probably should just took the air duct. Everything goes. And just grab all the stuff here, since everything's dead. As that goes. So yeah, so basically when it comes to in-game, there's technically not a whole lot much left to technically do at this point, besides, you know, just giving everything back together at the end of the day. And such. But yeah, we basically got that, and then once we do that, now we have to really activate the echo system, because yeah, that wasn't the activation station thing there. That was just to check on it, so now we have to do the real deal, which is going out there and dealing with the 3 other stations. But first, we got quite a challenge ahead of us here. So they're just waiting for us. We had a bunch of badass engineers, like holy crap, just waiting for us on that doorstep. Cause yeah, this is the point where you basically could actually wait on the claptrap repair kit and then do it now, because then that door opened up, which leads you into that way. Oh, butt down. Oh no. Buddy, no. I'm not surprised though, that was a bunch of engineers. Look at that crap. Oh no, there was like 2 or 3 badass engineers there, okay. More important my view on that, good god. But yeah, I was just hiding behind the corner because I knew it was going to get bad. Oh, it's going to get bad because yeah, rolling, you don't ever want to charge front and center when it comes to that. It's usually brick or roof, it doesn't matter when it comes to that. Because of her phase walk ability, which is similar to that of Zero with the whole stealth thing. Because yeah, because Zero's like a female Lilith in some ways, or a male case of Lilith, I should say that. Wrong way to say that. Or could be, I don't know. Zero never disclaimed his gender, so who knows. You guys been pointing out as an anime chick this whole time. And you didn't do. Yeah, on to, it says Enclave, I don't know, Crimson Enclave, okay. Enclave, ah! Evil America, ah! There's the fall, ah! Todd Howard, ah! Bethesda, you know what, ah! Yep, so basically we got a war zone going on here because we have the Crimson Lance getting infiltrated or invaded by, oh, I wouldn't say invaded, I think we just, because they opened that thing, I think a bunch of aliens decided to come out and play at the end of the day. So yeah, it looks like they're in the process of opening the way to the vault, it seems. As we got Badass Guardians, which holy moly the XP on that. 7,000 XP just for 32, level 32 Badass Guardian, good god. Then we got Arch Guardian, because yeah, I will say there's some guardians here you probably didn't see at all, and the Arch Guardian's one of them where they just shoot. They just shoot and then they slice you up until you get close. Yeah, too close now. Yeah, basically got a bunch of Crimson Lance and aliens. But I think the real challenge when it comes to this is really the aliens. Crimson Lance is here and there. That should be a bunch of monkeys. This thing goes. They're not monkeys, they're monkeys. Because they're worse than monkeys. Yep, so on to the first comm station here, which I think when it comes to this, I think you can go any way about it. It's just they'll point you to the one and then you can go to the next one. Well, no, there's a bunch of turrets just waiting for your doorstep. At the end of waiting at your doorstep at the end of okay, get a bazooka and just fire at it. Much as you can. Okay, I don't got to put the guy just walking his way there. Ooh, took him out.
I love this damn thing.
Sometimes it's kind of tough to do. Or did I took out the turret? I don't know. I know I have XP there somewhere. That one. Got bass infantry. But yeah, I will say, while SMGs are kind of lower in damage, they are pretty stable and they're very fast when it comes to shooting. That's probably the good part about SMG too. Saying this thing's like designed like a P90 at the end of it. The more I look at this, the more I realize. I get a bunch of loot here, because yeah, I will say there's a bunch of loot when it comes to these stations a little bit sometimes. Sometimes there's a red box here, sometimes there's a red box up there. And when I say up there, it could be outside or inside the comm station section here. So yeah, make sure to go in here to hit the console. I mean, you did just came here to slay everything and, you know, turn it back on. But yeah, then you just watch the scene unfold a little bit here. Because I think it does show something that, okay, maybe not. And then we got the magazine all set for perk. So yeah, now I got 60% to mag. So any gun that has like, I don't know, I want to say 40 mag, they'd be jumping up to like 60 or so. Or no. Oh wait, no, that's right. Yeah, that'd be like 60. I guess 64 was shown right there, technically. Then we got assault rifle, stuff like that. And up to the next comm station, because yeah, that's basically what you do. You go up to the comm station, take it out, and then turn it back on. Did you try to turn it back on? Yes. So we'll check a little further down here, because I believe that is the path to in-game there, but we're gonna get the buggy here. But then I realized something. Oh yeah, there's barricades. Oh crap. This thing goes. Oh, so much for this. Cause yeah, for some reason they just have vehicle barricades here. It doesn't make any sense. They really don't. Like, then again, maybe they don't want you to run amok when it comes to this ground, because this ground is technically. I mean, when you get there, you'll see what I mean. Like, you basically will see enemies pop out of the wazoo and try to attack you in the process of getting there. I think that's what the intention is, what's going on there, basically. Instead of having a buggy and run your butt, you know, straight to the comm station, just run it. Run! Especially when there's turns. Again. And that, and maybe the Doom buggy is able to take these out a lot easier, I guess. That's my other thought process about that. That might be the reason. I wouldn't be surprised if that barricade technically wasn't there before, but now it is because they realized and stuff. I deal with the 2 infantries on top. If my buddy's dealing with all the ground ones. Shoot that one up there, upstairs. But yeah, I think instead of going through the door here, I think you just take the side way on up. So yeah, each comm station is kind of a little bit different how to get in there at the end of it. Yeah, infantry guy. You make the risk. And that infantry guy right there. Yeah, because yeah, we're instead of going from the bottom on up, we're just going from the top on down. I will note, make sure to go further down to see special loot and stuff sometimes. Get my $437 I was in that little box. All things. Money economy! Yeah, there's a red box in here, which there is a door, so in case you wanna... If you want, it came from the bottom too. Yep, so there's 2 class mounts and a bunch of crappy shields at the end though. And most likely class mounts either that aren't mine, or they are mine but they're crap, or in this case my buddies, but they're also probably crap too. It's like one way or the other sometimes. Shot him. We got some infantry, because yeah, we got a long walkway here. Kill some guys. What I mean by walkway, there's also this bridge up coming up here too. One kind as well. The shield and our machine gun, which 114 damage. That's technically weaker. I mean, it's like a tad weaker than mine. At the end though. Basically similar overall. And we got shield here, which a shield's pretty good. 603 right now. And so there comes some more books. Got infantry and then the infantry 2 on the right. Yep. Goodbye, bozo. That thing goes. Got lance infantry. I'll shoot this stupid lance infantry, then I got lance engineer. Oh yeah, and here we go with the fly boys. This is where it gets rough, I will say. Cause yeah, we have those Sarah Guardians. Those Sarah Guardians, they will laser the crap out of you if you so happen to stay put sometimes. So yeah, they'll just sometimes just randomly laser the crap out of you. Be careful about that. So yeah, you'll see a little laser beam, next thing you know, it just fucking gets bigger. And you start unloading at the end there. Well, I'd say technically electric weapons will make quick work out these guys, but looks like out of the run I did throughout this game, I didn't really got any electric guns. So the best other choice I could do is just turn my turret into electric fortification. I think I'd do that in the later bit here. I will say, if you got a normal ballistic weapon though, you can also deal with them pretty well too. I just will say electric is definitely the case when it comes to dealing with these guys. Can't say much on corrosion or not. Oh, but yeah, that's a guy right there. Alright, you're dead. This thing goes. I will say once their shield goes, they're basically just kind of dead because they don't really have much health. It's like they have 500 shield and they have 50 health. That's it. They have like 1% health. So they will most likely will die. Then we got Gatling turret, of course, on the way up here. Bunch of guys. Let's see here. Got infantry on top, but they try to shoot him, but smacking the bar. And then he moved to the side. That bastard. And then I think he moved away enough where I can't get him now. Go for the grenades, Will. Kill him. Kill him for my amusement. There he goes. We got Lance engineers and a badass boy. Oh boy. We're the engineer and now the badass one. Which yeah, so we're getting punched to death. He's getting bricked. Oh man, ragdoll on that one. Good. Shot him, next thing you know, he jumped up a bit. Yip for joy. I guess he was happy he was gone. Alright, so now I'm going to this middle room here, turn the thing on. Because I see a guy, but, I mean, it's a guy. You really can't do much anymore at this rate when it comes to this. So, yeah. My god.
Alright, we got guns over.
I got the corrosive ring grenade. Which, like I said, I think the other grenades are kind of okay too. It's just transfusion's like the perfect grenade when it comes to this game. game in general, because yeah, they never did Legendary Grenades Tell 2. It's a weird part. And then they didn't even try different variations either. That was also Tell 2. Which when I say Tell 2, I think of like technically later. I think it was like Tell. Nah, I'll take that back. I think they technically did some in base game, but they did mostly in the later ones, the DLCs and stuff, like Captain Scarlet or Tiny Tina's Dungeon 1. Which yeah, we're definitely getting to those eventually. But for now, it's the first one in its DLC, which is Night of the Living Dead or something like that. I can't remember. Foxy's Underdome. Just for a tad. And General Knox, and then the Claptrap Interplanetary Assassin. As that goes. Yeah, so now let's head on back here, since we kind of just did everything. Except for the one thing, which is heading off to where the vault's at, basically. Which, yeah, we'll be doing that once we get back to Tanis here. So Tanis could forgive us and let us be on our way. But we're supposed to do. Yeah, we could have done the vault together, but you decided not to. Yeah, so back to the Crimson Fastness. Is that what it's called? Fastness? Weird. It's a weird name. Oh yeah, and then we have to wait till the door opens up. I will say, I don't know there's any smokes. Yeah, okay, yeah, there's smokes. Time to kill them like the rest. Or not. Okay, there we go. Ooh. Got some grenades there to fuck them up. Okay, infantry boy. Drill into that infantry boy, because yeah, that's what SMGs do when they're shooting this fast. At this point, they just drill. It's exactly the purpose you want for an SMG at the end of the day. It's basically something that not only shoots very accurate, but just drills into enemies at the end of the day. The only problem is when you get something that fast and drills into, you hope God you got the ammo to suffice that at the end of the day. Or suffice. Otherwise, the base kind of wraps that in terms of this episode, though, I will say, because this is basically the first part. Otherwise, I do say, yeah, because now we need to go deal with Commandant Steel, so that'll be till next time, however, for this case. So, in that case, however, I do got one more bonus part to show here, and this is technically like post-game part, so. Oh, Scrappy, where are you? As the thing goes. Time to die, Scrappy. You're owned by a person that I do not care for at all. It ruined Claptrap. Time to die, Scrappy. And he dead. So until then, folks, I'll see you guys next time for the finale of Borderlands. Until then, folks, you take care and ciao.